Welcome to Off Air Talks. We haven't had a guest, and not just one, but we have two today. So, Lisa, it's been a little while, and how did we introduce it last week?
Well, we said the teaser was two girls walk into a bar, and that's essentially what happened with these lovely ladies. So we are so happy to be joined by two new pals, Lisa Beebe and Jennifer Pascoe. We actually met them one night out at the Bower, and we just started chatting, and then we're like, you guys got to come on the show, so welcome.
It was amazing.
Thank you so much for having us.
Besties meet besties.
That's right.
Yes.
It was so
I love
fun.
it.
So fun.
We always just talk about like how we kind of hit it off, I guess.
Yeah, we were sitting in a booth, and we just kind of got chatting, and we're like, hey, you two are so interesting. Tell us more. So tell us a little bit about your stories and your community involvement too in Edmonton.
Amazing. Well, first of all, it doesn't happen like that. Women don't just often meet each other and hit it off like that. And so I just want to say you two are so gracious and lovely.
You're so nice.
And,
so kind.
like, the energy is, I think like-minded people always surround themselves with like-minded people that give off positive energy. So I really value that.
Thanks
And
so much.
Thank you for just
Yes.
being your
Thank you.
awesome selves.
You too.
Yeah, sparkle attracts sparkle, and
Yeah.
that's why we've been friends forever. And clearly, that's why you two are friends and business partners. And yeah, the four of us, it was the best meet cute ever of all time. So we can go into that for sure.
Really
My
was.
name is Jennifer Pascoe, as Lisa said, and my professional role, I serve as the Associate Vice President of Marketing and Communications at NAIT. I've been working in the post-secondary sector here in the province for almost 20 years, working in public relations for my entire career. And outside of my day job, I'm so humbled and honored to serve as the Women United Cabinet Co-Chair with the United Way of the Alberta Capital Region.
Wow, you're busy and you have kids.
Yes. We both have blended families,
Yeah.
which we have so many things in common, which have strengthened our bond and our relationship over the years. But yes, happily on my second and final marriage. And
I love it. That's
Second
good.
and final.
Clarify that.
Love
Thank
it.
you so
And
much.
final.
So my husband has twins. They're turning 15 in June, and my daughter is 16. My son's 14. So it is a busy home, as is Lisa's.
It is. And I also have two children, and then my partner, he has two kids as well. So it's like this
crazy.
beautiful cohabitation of all of us together. And it's been the
Yes.
best second time around.
Best second time.
And do they get along? Like, do your families come together? Do you do activities
absolutely.
and things like that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, we do
Yeah.
so many family functions, birthdays, Christmas.
Yeah.
Like, our Christmas isn't the same without Lisa, where we've always
Family.
described each other as chosen family.
So fun.
Yeah.
That is
And
so cool.
yeah, and it was honestly when we did everything together. We decided within 1 week of each other to both get divorced from our.
We did.
I didn't realize it was
And we
also the
didn't-
same week.
We didn't even know really.
Well,
we didn't
like we
talk
kind of
that
knew,
much.
but
we kind of
yeah, we kind of knew. Like
yeah.
the vibes were
Yeah.
vibing and not a vibey
Yeah.
way.
It's
So
tricky.
that was, and our kids were so little. Like the boys weren't even 2, and the girls were 4.
Yeah.
So we spent like the really formative years for our kids in their
Yeah.
early years, and then for us growing up together, and that was absolutely essential. And so now like the kids all go to different schools, but they're still like they consider each other family. And it was my son's birthday last week, and Lisa brought her kids over, and we looked at all these old pictures when the kids were little, and it was just
the nostalgia was high.
yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
bet.
And
And,
you're
the
both-
kids seeing that too. And
Yeah.
And you're both like
Special.
bosses, which is cool. Because like speaking of school, you're a principal. So like what?
I'm an assistant principal in one of the newest high schools in Edmonton. It's Elder Dr. Francis Whiskey Jack, and I work with some of the most amazing humans, and my principal is a boss. Like, she is spectacular. So working for some amazing women in industry and education, I think that's where my love goes, and I love it. Like, I love what I do. I actually get to say that. I love what I do, and not a lot of people get to say that. I've worked as a consultant for Edmonton Public, as a career pathways consultant. So talking about business and what you are doing and building, industry's changing, and things are
Totally.
changing with times, and I kind of love that. Yeah.
That's not easy too in high school, like as an assistant principal. Also, you just seem so young to already be an assistant principal. Like,
I am not.
Correction. Vibrant.
Vibrant. Vibrant.
That's
we are-
great
we are-
choice of words. Yes.
love it.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
It's really good. One of my favorite stories, I was talking to a student, and I was on supervision one day. We're outside. I was at Northside School at the time, and the student, as I'm supervising, they're all sitting in their cars, as they do, as they eat lunch. And the student comes up to me, Miss, don't take offense to this, but you're a boss ass bitch. And I'm like, I don't. Thank you very much. That was just the sweetest thing. And so now it's like women who are running their own businesses, who are doing the things and supporting other women. You're babs, right? You're boss ass bitches.
Oh, I've never heard that term.
Yeah.
I like that.
I coined it from that student, and I will never forget him. It was pretty special.
That is so cute.
So babs.
I love it.
So with your roles, obviously being in education, do you kind of use each other to bounce ideas, kind of what's going on too? So not only your families, but work. Like, it's pretty similar, every path that you both have.
Very similar. So I think the closest we've like worked together was 5 or 10 or however many. Time is an illusion. But Lisa was really instrumental working with EPSB in some dual credit pathways. And at the time I was at the U of A, and so there were definite connections there. We do lean on each other a lot, whether it's phone calls in the car about a hard day. I think doing so many things at the same time, like being a woman in leadership. Being in leadership doesn't matter your gender, but female leaders who are really also we're hands-on leaders and hands-on parents. It's really challenging, and super active in the community. Lisa's really active in the sports community. I'm really active with United Way and the Terra Center and the nonprofit sector. And it can be a lot to juggle. So having someone who understands.
Who is also her biggest supporter, right? The number one person who's going to just like pump your tires anywhere I go. And it's even when you're not in the room, I'm the number one person to build you up, right?
Always.
Like I think that's what we do as good friends and good women and good people, just good humans, build each other up when they're not in the room.
I feel like that even probably, I mean, the fact that you went through a huge life change together is like pretty, I mean, that probably got you through it. I feel like a lot of people could relate to that or think, maybe they're in bad marriages and they don't want to leave because you don't want to, we all have the dream of like, you want it to last forever. Did you ever think like your path would kind of go this way, and what really?
Well, we need to back up because
yes, it goes even further back. And this is what I think when we shared the couch at the Bower, when you were like, you need to come on the podcast, was when you asked how we met.
Yeah.
And so Lisa and I have known each other since high school. Yeah. I was the grade ahead. We're both 1981 babies, but I was a late, like one of the last before the cutoff.
Like a December baby?
I was February 27th.
Okay, yeah.
Right before the March
She's a
first
grade
cutoff.
older.
I know.
So
I'm 25th, so I feel you.
Yeah, you know.
I mean, you were the first one to turn 18, kind of, but like still,
I was the last one to turn 18.
I actually went to kindergarten twice, English kindergarten and then French, and so I was the young one, and then I was the older one.
You got both.
They tested the waters. I don't know. Maybe I just couldn't make it past.
I was always young, and it was crazy. But it was back in the 90s when you could have fake ID, and I don't think you can get away with those things. Did you?
We just talked about fake IDs on last.
Literally.
It was
bad.
Yeah,
I don't think that would. I remember the star sign of my girl. I won't say her name. That would be. But anyway, yes. Okay, so we knew each other in high school, but it goes even a little bit weirdly further back than that. Lisa's first husband was my first boyfriend.
I love this.
That is hilarious.
So weird. R.I.P. Just kidding. He's alive, but
and he's a great co-parent. I will say that.
Yeah,
he's a great co-parent.
Great.
Yeah.
So yes, and
But
then
R.I.P.
when you call it boyfriend, as much as that can be in a grade 8 relationship.
Totally.
I know.
Just like
in a
that.
junior
Happy
high, like our
times.
same age as our boys are now, I can't even imagine.
Cannot imagine.
That's so nuts.
But just
It is crazy.
the path, how this all planned out, like from grade 8 until now, is just crazy to
It's
me.
pretty wild.
Yeah.
And then we lost touch because we didn't hang out in high school. Like we always were friendly with each other, but didn't hang out like this. And then we reconnected after we both had our girls at a salsa babies class. Of all things.
I know.
No way.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so having that community, it's such a vulnerable time for new moms, and you just feel like your whole
And then we
life.
just connected. And that was it. And
And
The
now
universe
you're stuck
brought
with
you
me for
together
life.
because, well, something was coming down the pipe.
It's crazy.
Sure
yeah,
was.
we had our girls at the same time. We had our boys at the same time, and not unplanned, but like maybe spiritually destined. We got divorced at the same time, and now we're repartnered, and our partners are really
Getting along,
good friends.
just
And
magic
Yeah,
is human.
everything you could ask for, really.
It is.
Yeah.
And where did you guys each meet your new partners around the same time, and where?
Yeah.
such a great question.
It is a really good
Hilariously, we both worked with that, like, that's so boring, right? Like, how do you meet people?
Because we know
but-
That's the best
you
way,
know my
though.
husband
From
Yes,
interviewing.
from like broadcasting world.
Totally.
Yes.
Yeah. He was longtime sports information director for
Yes.
the Bears and Pandas
Yeah.
athletics. And so he and I both worked at the U of A forever and ever. And we met for the first time. We were both married to other people at the time. And I think I was pregnant. But we met in a social media class.
No
So cute.
way.
It was like a new thing that people were using for communications.
Yeah.
So that's crazy. But anyway, it just shows you how quickly the industry evolves. 'Cause
Totally.
Now it's like you can't do anything unless it's leveraging social.
Yeah.
But anyway, we reconnected through the years after everyone was moving on from their first marriages, and so it was a special connection. And I think you had
Ron
a
and I worked
similar.
together teaching. I didn't actually know who he was before we got together. It was really funny. Before,
You're like, do you go here?
right?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Me?
I don't actually know you. And he had been divorced for years, and then I was going through a divorce, and so we're just asking questions, and then Jen and I connected, and then Ron and I just started seeing each other after that a couple years later.
I
And
loved
it all hit off.
And it's kind of nice too when you do work with someone. It's like a great way to a buffer of like you kind of know they're okay and normal. People know them,
Exactly.
and you get to know them because you're your total self. Like really before you know.
But also,
Exactly.
too, I mean, both of your stories, very unique, but it gives women to hope that there is life after divorce, right? Like,
Well,
a lot of people, even some of my friends already, are getting a divorce.
Yes.
And remarried. Like, you're at that stage where it can be extremely scary, but, like, what is your advice to give
we
to
were
women
32.
your age?
We were babies.
We were babies.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's what it felt like. We were
Yeah.
only 32 years old when we got
And it
separated.
was so
I'm 32, so
I
that's
know.
crazy
Yeah.
to
I
think.
know.
To
feel
think
thankful.
That it was, and you
Ciara.
thought your
Yes.
life was now.
Ciara, I am.
Yeah.
Feel
Well,
thankful
you know,
that
Yes.
you have it.
That's
I mean,
it. You check off all the boxes. You think
Yeah.
that you need to get married, have kids, have a house, do all the things to keep up with the Joneses, but really it's your own path and how you make it and how you navigate that through your time. And it was not.
No,
It
it
was
was
not what it should be.
not what it should be.
Yeah.
And I'm so grateful that we both knew that we deserved more in life. And no ill will toward our biological parents because they're still both
Kids' parents, yeah.
Yeah.
around.
Baby
and
daddies? What
involved.
do we call
Yeah.
them? I don't know. Baby daddies?
Seriously, yeah.
But it was for both of us. It was just the healthier choice to
Agreed.
move on, and I think that's the key. I remember thinking, there's nothing lonelier than being in a relationship alone, and that was it.
That's really good advice.
Yeah.
It was.
I'm
was my
curious.
life.
This may be a super personal question, but I would always think like if you meet the love of your life, and obviously second time around, you already had kids. So like, how did you blend with the new kids? And wasn't there a part of you that was like, I want to have this guy's babies? Like in a way.
Oh, we talked about this.
We
Okay.
still talk
Yeah.
about it.
A little
Really?
love baby that
Yeah.
kind of blends the family together, but
Yeah.
I could
Had
not
names.
imagine having a 5-year-old.
No.
Let me
We
just say.
even
Fair
had
enough.
No, thank you.
names. We had
Yeah.
names for the babies. We had like genders picked out. I don't think you can do that, but yeah.
I think
You
you can
can
do
nowadays.
anything
I think
nowadays.
you
can.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, that was hard. I think I can speak because we both talked openly, and we both talked openly with each other and our partners about it. Because I think I was 36 or 37 when Matt and I got together, and you were a little bit younger when you and Ron got together. So it's still like totally
Feasible.
Yeah,
absolutely.
totally.
And then it was just, but it just like, it wasn't physically feasible. It is
Yeah.
so fucking hard to find a 5-bedroom house in this.
Honestly.
Oh, that's what you mean. That,
And then you
Yes.
would
Oh
have
my
needed
yeah.
a 6.
I-
We
Yeah.
would have needed a 6. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
It's
can't
just-
imagine.
Yeah.
Or else
It's
every
just-
kid is getting bunk beds.
And we
just-
both
Yeah.
have like matching cars. It's hilarious. I've never even thought about we have matching cars, but
We do.
You know, 7-seaters.
'Cause
are
you need to
also-
have all the space
Yeah.
for-
We're gonna
all
have
the
matching
things.
cars
We
soon.
probably will. We're starting to
love
look
it.
like each other a little here.
I love it. I love it.
Beautiful is what it is. You mirror the people that you're around.
Seriously.
Right?
It's so true. It's kind of like we were
love
talking
it.
about how when people get pets, they start to look like their pets. 'cause
I
they're
was
always
just
with them.
talking about
No
that with
way.
my partner.
You
We
look
were-
like your dog.
She's kind of
so
my little
beautiful.
Lucy.
I
She's
should
a little
say.
cavapoo, and I love her.
Oh,
She's
I
a little
love
red.
Cavapoo.
They have
I
the
love
same
her.
hair color.
Yeah, we
It's-
do.
I love
But they
it.
do. I was walking. It's just like on 101 Dalmatians. Wasn't
Yes,
that where it
yes,
was?
that
Yes.
And
is
they
the
were all
beginning.
walking their pets, and like there was a guy with a longer nose, and the dog had a longer
Oh
nose.
my
There was
gosh,
a guy
yes,
with
it was
jet black
100
hair. It was adorable. adorable. I love Disney, so that was my thing when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I remember.
That's
we're
what happens.
morphing into one. Your kids are older now, they're teenagers. You're very hands-on when the kids are younger, right? Like everything is put into them. So do you feel like now you can kind of put everything into your careers and the places that you're in?
Oh, that one's super complex because I think both of us have always put a lot into our careers as well. We've worked really hard to get where we're at.
Yeah.
And all the scars that are there to prove it, we were in it. And I did the same thing. And I think that's a good thing sometimes as a mom.
Absolutely.
To be able to show my daughter and my son
Yeah.
that I can work, I can put in the work and still be your mom and still be present.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about both of us is that we are full in, all in.
And you haven't since day one.
exhausting.
That would be
Nothing has
hard
changed.
to get
Nothing's
back.
changed.
Yeah.
Nothing has changed. No.
I did my master's when my babies were
That's right, you
4
did.
and 6. They
Oh
were at,
my
Yeah,
gosh.
and they were at my convocation, and they have that
special.
memory. And so, given that we both work in education, having that core memory at that early age
Yeah.
is so important. But we've always brought our kids to work for random things, so they've always been around and exposed. And I wouldn't say I think it's just different. We're still really hands-on. It's just so different when you get to the teenage phase. We all remember we were all teenagers.
Totally.
You need your parents differently more than ever, but it's be around, be present, but come in on their terms, and that's tricky.
And I have
That's
so much
tricky.
patience all day, every day. I work with teenagers
Yeah.
in high
Totally.
school all day, every day.
Yeah.
And my own daughter being in high school, sometimes apple's not far from the tree.
Yeah.
So my daughter is very much like me in so many ways, but so much better, and we're glorious. And yet we fight sometimes, right? We kind of bicker because we're doing the exact same things with each other.
Yeah.
And so I think that's tricky.
I can definitely relate to that. I mean, my mom is definitely more calm and tame compared to me, but you always are gonna butt heads at some point.
You
right?
are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I love Sid. I love my daughter and I love my son Owen.
Of course.
They're just the best parts of both of us.
Yeah.
Their dad, and yet with new partner too, he gets to bring in that whole new perspective.
So do your daughters look up to you? Do they want to take your career?
Oh, that's
route?
a good question. I don't think so.
No.
I think she's going to go in a completely different pathway of where I've landed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she is. I think she's gonna
Yeah.
she beats to her own drum. Let me just say that. I hope so.
I believe.
I hope they do.
I believe that our daughters definitely look up to us. I think they'll just probably choose a different career path. But I think, I think what both of us being in leadership and always furthering, we've both gone back to school since the kids have been alive, and we've both had pretty steep accelerations in our careers over the last decade, and the kids see that. So not just the girls, but the boys too. And I think that role modeling for everyone has been really, really special.
The younger generations, right? Them being able to choose their own career paths. Education looks so different these days. If I could go back to high school, I would be a completely different human.
Yeah.
And I think I would have maybe picked a different career path than what I picked right now.
Yeah.
But the trajectory is different. That's all.
Absolutely, it is.
Yeah. The best part of Edmonton Public Schools, even with me right now, is career pathways. They have done some incredible gains, not only with the trades, with post-secondaries and dual credit, as well as so many different opportunities for kids to have hands-on learning opportunities. Often we don't hear about all of these exceptional things that are working for kids now, but we have kids doing summer opportunities, working internships in co-ops in different ABEAL scholarships.
That's
They are doing
amazing.
some pretty spectacular things now these days. And I think that's what we're not touching on. We're not seeing all of this.
It's always
and
the
seeing-
negatives.
It is, right? And
Yeah.
classes and schools are complex. That I'm not negating that. I'm not saying that they aren't. I know they are. I live it. I see all of the really tricky things every day. But we have a beautiful job. We have a really great job of leading the future and giving them opportunities for change, right? To lead what future people will be like. And so we get to do that. We get to be the ones guiding the future kids to different opportunities and different occupations. So podcasts were years ago. Now kids are creating their own podcasts. AI is a big thing. So I think there's lots of complex things happening in education, but I also think we have a really beautiful job. And I love what I do every day. Do you remember a teacher that had an impact on you? And I bet you could ask anybody you go across the street or any other person, do you remember somebody who had an impact on your life?
Yeah.
positive or negative, but you remember a teacher. And it's usually somebody like a coach or somebody that was in the school system that gives them that joy to move forward, for good or bad sometimes.
No,
But
that's
it's-
such a good point.
It's a teacher.
And it has changed a lot. Like, I think back to high school, and like you weren't even thinking, like you had your dreams of what you want your job to be, but actually proactively doing anything other than maybe going to like an open house. There was no such thing as like internships or even doing like a work abroad or whatever.
That's right.
It was like, oh, you just have to upgrade your credits maybe, or you just go to university and take general studies, which is a waste of, no offense to anyone.
I know.
But like,
that's
it
how I
is-
started. I
Well,
went into
yeah.
general studies first. I'm like, I don't know what I want to do
What
yet.
job can you get from that? Like,
I
let's
don't know.
be honest.
I thought I wanted to be a police officer.
Really?
I did. That was my first career path. I know.
No
that's what everybody
way.
says. Like, you? And I'm
Yeah.
like, maybe.
No,
I could have been.
I could
I'm
see
basically
it.
doing
You're-
that now as
I
an
could
assistant
see that.
principal.
Yeah, I could be like you laying down the law.
Totally.
Let's go, right?
Yeah.
But you know what's so interesting too is that like I remember growing up that NAIT was almost like not it was like, oh, it's a whatever
trade
school.
school.
Now
Yeah.
it's like way more desirable
It's
than university.
shifting. It's shifting, and looking across the whole post-secondary sector in Alberta, we have an incredible system. There is something for everyone's level of interest. And what makes me so excited about working at NAIT and seeing the students who are coming through, they're coming in, they're getting out, and they're getting a job.
Right.
We have a 96% or 98% employment rate
Wow.
for our grads.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's wild. And looking at the evolution of programs, we have everything. We have certificates if you want to do something short. We of course have apprenticeships, and those are essential. We have a critical shortage of skilled trades in this province.
We really do.
So that is absolutely essential. The trades are more important now than ever. So we're serving that need. But then we also have diplomas. So we've one of our longest standing programs, the Radio and Television Arts program, which you both came out
holding
of
on
similar
tight.
programs,
Yeah,
right?
totally.
Yeah.
It's actually shifted. So last year I went through a name change. Those skills, that storytelling, that's so essential. Those skills remain. The media landscape has absolutely changed, but so too has the evolution of what programs we teach. But then we also offer degrees. So you can come. In fact, your
partner's
bonus
kids
son is doing
both-
that.
yeah.
They're
no
doing
way.
a 2+2.
Wow.
So you can do a 2-year diploma,
Yeah.
get those really tangible, applicable hands-on skills. You can come
right.
in, get out, get a job, and then you can finish your degree and do a business degree, a bachelor's
That's
of business.
amazing.
Huge.
And
Yeah.
Ron's daughter, she is like this spectacular human. I'm so proud. Shout out Chloe and Marcus. Love you guys. They are both at NAIT, and she is in trades. And so
love
she
that.
is,
Yes.
She's a carpenter.
yeah, and she's almost
Incredible.
got her
Yeah.
journey person, which is amazing. As a 22-year-old, right? She's got those tangible hands-on.
And at 23, then you're getting out, you're done school, you've got an incredible
Yeah.
job,
Start
good
your own
wage.
business,
Yeah,
like-
Yes, and you've got a starting place to go
Totally.
in to do
Yeah.
anything, right?
It's always needed.
So
It
we
is.
offer the Red Seal apprenticeships for all of the trades that are recognized across the country, but then we also offer Blue Seal training. So you take a few business courses. So
Yeah.
we have tons of entrepreneurs who
amazing.
get out, start their own business, and that provides them sustainability, like life-sustaining careers for decades. It's Alberta success stories all over the place, and it inspires me every day.
That's amazing. Well, you ladies are inspiring us, and man, we could talk to you for hours, and we kind of want to, but let's be honest, it's cooking in here, and we,
It
don't,
is.
we worry about our cameras.
they're
They're overheating.
I
But
think
we'll
we'll go
be
for
back.
drinks next time, and
Yes.
we just have like
Seriously,
bestie
let's
and
just put
bestie.
the camera up.
Let's just do this
Mimosas.
next time.
I love it.
Exactly.
We
I
need the
almost
brunch.
brought you
Yes.
mimosas instead of flowers. I
Oh.
was like, that was my jam, but I'm gonna go back to work. So we kind of frown upon that.
Yes. Like,
No,
such
no
a thank you
drinking
for
on
taking
the
time
job.
off work to come
Yeah,
by.
of
Like,
course.
You
You two are
Thank
fabulous.
you.
it was everything we hoped it would be, to
And
be
more.
honest.
And more.
And
Yes.
more.
And
And
more.
we were like, do you want a glass of water? Because that was the sweetest meet cute to this most amazing moment. So thank you both for having us.
Oh, I
in.
thought you meant today. I was
no,
like, that's...
yeah. Yeah. I just want to
Do you want a glass of water? I'm like, that's really nothing.
When looking at the changes in the evolution of the landscape, I just want to give a shout out to the two of you who've really just taken these incredible careers in journalism and become
you.
your own content creators. And in fact, we're launching a new program this fall, and I would just you are who our students are looking up to.
Oh my
That is
gosh,
they
so
are.
nice.
Thank
That
you.
is so
Absolutely,
sweet.
yeah.
Thank you. You're role modeling every day for these young, amazing content creators and business entrepreneurs.
Fabulous.
And
You're
thank you
so
for what
nice.
you're doing for the community.
I would have blessed you meeting you guys at Bauer, like hilarious. Also, I love that you guys still rip it up.
I sure do.
Yeah.
45,
I hope so.
thriving.
Thriving.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are.
An inspiration to us all. So thank you so much for taking this conversation off air. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we
Lisa,
too.
Jennifer,
Come
please
come back again when the cameras are in the
Love to.
fridge and
Yes.
cold.
We're all in the
pitches.
fridge.
Yes, you are.
All right,
Oh.
thank you so much.
Yeah,
Thank
thank
you.
you.